For 30 years, digital creativity has been defined by one thing: the toolbar. To create, you had to learn the language of icons, sliders, layers, and masks. It was a gated city, and the learning curve was the wall. But as of December 2025, that wall just crumbled. Adobe has fundamentally changed the physics of design by moving its entire creative suite inside the world's most popular chat interface. This isn't a drill, and it's certainly not a glitch. Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Express, and Acrobat now run as native apps inside ChatGPT. We're talking about access for roughly 800 million users. No Creative Cloud subscription, no massive downloads, no installers, just a simple text prompt. Imagine typing, "Adobe Photoshop, blur the background of this image," and it just happens. This is the AI tsunami that is reshaping creative workflows right now. We aren't looking at a janky plugin bolted onto a sidebar. This is OpenAI's new apps framework in action, allowing Adobe's tools to behave like first-party capabilities: context-aware, stateful, and completely conversational. Let's talk about the magic without the clicks. Photoshop now sits behind a chat box. You can upload a product shot and say, "Remove the background and add a soft gray gradient." Under the hood, the system is doing the heavy lifting: layer masking, feathering, compositing. Tasks that used to take 20 minutes of wrestling with a lasso tool. Now, it takes 20 seconds of typing. The precision here is what separates this from basic AI image generators. You can get granular. You can say, "Brighten her face slightly, add contrast to the jacket, and cool down the color temp." The model parses that into specific brightness, contrast, and white balance adjustments. It's like having a professional retoucher sitting next to you, interpreting your vague instructions into pixel-perfect reality. And for the non-professionals, this erases the fear of the blank canvas. Enter Adobe Express. You can type, "I need a vertical Instagram story for a coffee shop promo, fall vibes," under 20 words. Boom! Express surfaces polished templates. You don't need to know about aspect ratios or kerning. You just focus on the intent. This is where the workflow shift gets wild. You can iterate conversationally. Make the headline more playful. Actually, try a darker theme. Animate the text so it slides in. Adobe Express executes these changes instantly. For small business owners or students, this is a force multiplier. From a raw idea to an animated, platform-optimized video in under 10 minutes, all without leaving the chat. But it's not just about pretty pictures. Let's talk about the boring stuff that actually runs the world: PDFs. Adobe Acrobat has entered the chat to tame the PDF monster, merging 6 reports, converting a rogue docx file, crushing a 40-megabyte deck down to 5 megs so you can email it. It's now a single sentence. Consider the implications for legal or corporate work. You can ask Acrobat to find and redact every social security number in this document. It auto-detects patterns, blacks them out, and returns a sanitized file. This turns Acrobat from a once-a-year emergency tool into an invisible, everyday automation layer. The drudgery of document management is being automated away. So, how does this actually work? OpenAI laid the rails with their apps framework. Adobe is simply riding that infrastructure. When you prompt ChatGPT, it parses your request, breaks it into structured actions, and routes them to Adobe's specialized engines. ChatGPT handles the messy human language. Adobe handles the color science, font rendering, and PDF structure. Now, you might be asking, why is Adobe giving this away? Why let 800 million users access these tools without a credit card? This is the Trojan horse strategy. Adobe is removing the single biggest blocker they've faced for a decade: the subscription paywall and the installation friction. They are trading features for habit. Once you get used to saying, blur the background in ChatGPT, Adobe becomes the invisible engine of your life. You stop using random web converters. You stop using Canva. And when you eventually hit a ceiling, say you need to batch edit 200 raw files, ChatGPT will politely suggest you open the full desktop app. It's the ultimate upsell funnel. Speaking of Canva, this is the new battleground. Canva has owned the casual creator market for years with templates and speed. But Adobe just walked into Canva's backyard with heavy artillery. While Canva offers presets, Adobe brings Photoshop-level precision and Acrobat's utility into the same chat box. It's a massive power play for mindshare. This integration signals a shift in how all software will work. We are moving from point and click to describe and refine. The interface is dissolving. For professionals, this collapses the gap between ideation and production. A marketer can brainstorm copy, generate visuals, and ship a PDF one-sheet in a single thread. The future isn't about learning software. It's about learning how to speak to it. Adobe has just hijacked your ChatGPT, and honestly, it's the upgrade we didn't know we needed until now. If you want to stay ahead of the AI curve, you need to start experimenting with these prompt-driven workflows today. What do you think? Is this the end of the traditional user interface, or just a gimmick? Let me know in the comments.